Hey everyone, so this is the first of its kind. This is going to be an overview review on all the Tsukino Usagi Sailor Moon Tulip Grove dolls. So I wanted to make this video just for information purposes and to help you all decide which doll of this series in particular you would like to purchase, and to also inform you the similarities and differences in all the dolls face up. And yeah, let's get started. So I would like to start by talking about Sailor Moon, the original one that's right here. So she was the first one that came out, and then the second one was Princess Serenity, and then I believe we had Super Sailor Moon and Queen Serenity around the same time, and then lastly we just had Pull-Up Eternal Sailor Moon. So I think we should start by talking about their eye chips. So the most different one of all is Queen Serenity. So she does have like a smoky eye look, very different from the other girls. And it does have a little bit of sparkle in the eye chips. Hers is the most different from them they all. Of course, she's not supposed to be Sailor Moon. She's supposed to be Queen Serenity, but since it's in the same series, I decided to add her. So hers is the most significantly different from the rest. But if we're looking at the other four, which are supposed to symbolize Tsukino Usagi, let's talk about hers. So the first version of Sailor Moon, her eye chips are a royal blue color. Okay, and then we have Princess Serenity. Hers are a little bit lighter. I would say kinda hinting a little bit to a grayish, kind of grayish blue. It's kind of different in camera. And then we have Super Sailor Moon's. Hers are the darkest blue from the Sailor Moon dolls. And then we just have Eternal Sailor Moon. Eternal Sailor Moon's eye chips in color are very similar to Princess Serenity's. Very similar. But the eye chips are still different because hers have stars in them, in the eye chips, in the corners of the eyes, while Princess Serenity does not have that. Okay, so when it comes to the eye chips, they're all very different. Like I said, the original Sailor Moon is like a royal dark blue. Hers is like a silvery blue. Okay, and I forgot to mention that Super Sailor Moon has hearts in the eye chips, while the others don't. And then Eternal Sailor Moon has the star design on the eye chips, and Super Sailor Moon has a heart in the eye chips, which is supposed to make sense because if you are very familiar with the Sailor Moon series, Super Sailor Moon is I believe they did it really well because it's the Cosmic Heart brooch, so it matches the eye chips perfectly. And then Eternal Sailor Moon is from the Stars series, so it's perfect that they did the star in the eye chips. Pretty much very genius if you ask me. So those are the differences in the eye chips. Toward the end, I'm going to move the ones that are very closest to one another, so then you could see that, okay? So now let's talk about the face-ups. So, I'm sorry, I think, oops. One of the dolls is about to slip off. Sorry, hold on, give me one moment. Okay, here we go. So when it comes to the face-ups, obviously Queen Serenity is the most different. Very silvery, if you will. I just really love the bottom lashes here. It's just beautiful. It has like a tint of blue in it. I don't know if you could see that. It's very beautiful. But let's talk about the face-ups. So Sailor Moon here, her face-up, as you can see in the inner corners of the eyes, she does have pink, okay, and then she has like a pink eyeliner here to the bottom of the eye with a little hint of white, and then three little eyelashes drawn on the outer corners of the eye with the cat eye to the top a little bit downward, okay, and then she does have pink to the top like I was mentioning. Her lips are matte, so that is very different from the other ones. The other girls, their lips are not matte. They have that little glossy finish, but there are some that have more of a lip color, and while the others don't. So the one that has, I would say, a lot of pink to her face up, I would say is Princess Serenity. You know, she's supposed to be, I would say, you know, kind of look like that. I think they did a really good job in doing that. So she does have a lot of pink. a little bit of yellow in the inner corners of her eyes. And to me, her face up is just very natural and very beautiful. And it matches the doll very significantly. Well, Princess Serenity, that is. Let's look at Super Sailor Moon. So Super Sailor Moon, I don't know if you could tell, to me, she's the most palest of the Sailor Moon dolls. She is the palest when it comes to her face. And then because of that, I feel like if you see her next to the other, she does look a little washed out. So she looks the palest, and I think what doesn't help is the inner corner, well, the under of her eyes, how she has the pink eyeliner doesn't really help her case. And she has the least color to her lips compared to the other Sailor Moon dolls. Look at all their lips. She's the one with the least color. Most of the lip color is centered to the middle of the lip as opposed to the full lip like the other dolls. So just wanted to give you that a little bit of background. And her lips are glossy. Like I said, she just, to me, looks the palest from the other girls. Look at her and Turtle Sailor Moon. She does look paler. And look at the lips. So, Eternal Sailor Moon, the similarities with her and the other girls is that she pretty much, when it comes to face up, really reminds me of the first Sailor Moon. So let's look at her and the first Sailor Moon. The color scheme is very similar, but again, like I said, the first Sailor Moon, her face is a bit, her lips are matte, but the Eternal Sailor Moon is not. But very similar. And she does have that white, I'm sorry, wrong dot, white eyeliner to the bottom like the original Sailor Moon does. If you look. Very similar. So just so I know, because this is kind of crazy. So basically, Eternal Sailor Moon's eye chips are pretty similar to Princess Serenity. And then when it comes to the face up, she's very similar to the first Sailor Moon doll that was released. I guess that's the best way to sum that up. Okay. When it comes to their stock outfits, everyone, like as I mentioned before in all my videos, there's all of their stock outfits, you know, except Princess Serenity and Queen Serenity. They're all made out of that pleather material. The only little difference is with Eternal Sailor Moon, her sleeves are made out of cotton, like a lightweight cotton. But other than that, most of their stock is made practically the same. So now that I've mentioned the similarities and all of that, let me put together, I want to show you what I was talking about. The original Sailor Moon and Eternal Sailor Moon's face up similarities. Very similar. Again, the original Sailor Moon has a little bit of yellow on the inside of the eyes. She doesn't. But when it comes to the white eyeliner, which is kind of hard to see now like this, they have practically the same, but you can see the eye chips are different. The lips, you definitely can see they're very different. Now let me compare let me compare Princess Serenity and Eternal Sailor Moon. The eye chips, like I was mentioning, pretty similar in color. I don't know, they're both, I think they're just very gorgeous. What do you think? Okay, and now let me compare to what I was saying earlier, how Super Sailor Moon is the palest of them all. Let me put her here and put her next to, let's put her next to Queen Serenity, because Queen Serenity is pretty pale by default. She's pretty silvery. And if you ask me, I even think that Queen Serenity, which is this one here to the left, has a little bit more of a tan than Super Sailor Moon. Okay, let's compare Super Sailor Moon with the original one. See, you can see she has a little bit more color, Super Sailor Moon. Now let's compare her, wait, who else am I missing? To Eternal Sailor Moon. They kind of almost look the same, but I promise you that Super Sailor Moon is the more paler one. And then last but not least, Princess Serenity. So now my final thoughts. So if you are looking for, or you're looking to purchase one of these girls, let me see if I could fix them while I'm doing this and speaking to you all. So if you're looking to purchase one of these girls and you're wondering which one should you get, so I'm going to be honest with you, it all depends on your taste. But when it comes to the prettiest face up and the most versatile, and oh my god, Super Sailor Moon is falling. I'm sorry, I may not be able to fix all of them because I'm holding this with one hand. Oh my god, and just one of them fell. Oh goodness. Queen Serenity just fell to the floor. Her stand just went cuckoo. Let me see if she's okay. She is okay. Jeez. That's why I don't like using the Grove stands, because they're they're not sturdy. Okay, what was I trying to say? Okay, so if you're looking to buy one of these, which one would I recommend to you? Okay, the one that I think that is the most versatile, Sailor Moon, is the latest release, which is Eternal Sailor Moon right here. Because her crescent moon, you could remove it. It's made out of stickers. So if you want to put her in a uniform, you can, and it doesn't look bad. And I think even if you buy the other doll stocks, like if you were to get her and buy the stock of the other versions, I think she'll be perfect. You just have one doll and you just have to buy the stock. But if you're asking me of the prettiest face up and you know which one is the prettiest to me, it's a tie between Princess Serenity and Eternal Sailor Moon. To me, their face-ups are just very gorgeous, and it's hard to even pick one or the other at this point. But if you're asking me overall which one is my favorite from all of the Sailor Moon version dolls, even though I know this is Queen Serenity here, I'm gonna be very honest with you, my favorite of them all is Queen Serenity. I never thought I would say that, but her face up to me is my favorite. There's just something about the silver that really beats all the other dolls. So she is my total favorite. But if I were not to include her, it's a tie between Princess Serenity and Eternal Sailor Moon. So I just wanted to make this overview video, and I hope you found it helpful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate and let me know. And I'm sorry, I know it's not like very structured, but this is my first time doing something like this. So I hope you found it helpful. And oh my god, I'm like still kind of getting over how she fell, but she didn't fall on her face. Did she? I think she, oh no, she didn't. She's okay. So I'm just kind of getting over that. So I hope you found this review helpful, and I will see you all next time. Okay?